If someone asked you to describe yourself, what would you say? I bet the first thing you'd say as a woman is that you're a mom or maybe a grandmom. And you might say you're retired or semi retired, and you might list some of your hobbies or some things that you like to do. So if you're in your 50s, 60s, or like me in your 70s, you probably have a clear picture of who you are. Hi everyone, my name is Susan and welcome to my channel where we will be talking about all things related to living a happy and healthier life as we get older. So we've lived this life for so many years that honestly it's just ingrained in us. But as time goes on, we have certain or different circumstances that come up, and sometimes we don't have a choice. It could be a life changing event, such as a divorce, or if a spouse dies, or maybe you find yourself an empty nester. Your children have grown and moved out of the house, and you think to yourself, well, what am I going to do now? I have to do something now. So I need to focus on me. My journey for reinvention is about the past 17 years that I've had my own business, and it's been physically demanding for all these years, but especially now it's very tiring because I stand up pretty much all day long, and because I have a baking business, and it is physically demanding for me. And I'm looking to change and do something that's not quite requiring me to stand up all day long and lift heavy things, and just to take it a little bit easier. And so I'm trying to shift, I'm going to shift my career from my baking business to my YouTube channel, which I'm very excited about. So this requires some recreating of my identity. And that is, I believe, the most important thing about reinventing yourself is to change your identity. Changing your identity, I believe, is key. It really is. For myself, for example, I've been I've been known as the cookie lady for the past 17 years. And I was just the woman who showed up at the farmers markets and craft fairs and just was the one who set up a booth and sold cookies and baked goods. And that was my life for those years. But now I'm shifting. So the first step, I think, in changing your identity is self-talk. And self-talk, I think, is very important. It's that inner dialogue that you have with yourself. Changing your self-talk is one of the most powerful steps that you can take for reinvention, because our inner dialogue shapes us. It shapes how we see ourselves. What you say to yourself is so important. And if you continue to talk to yourself as the old you, you're not going to change. It's not going to help you reinvent yourself. So, for example, things like if you said to yourself, I'm just too old for starting over, you would need to change that thinking to, I'm so looking forward to this new chapter in my life, and I can't wait to see what's ahead. You have to take that negative self talk and constantly reframe it. One of the best ways I find to help with your self talk is either through meditation or keeping a journal. I think writing a journal is very important. And I've just started to do that. And it's helpful to write positive affirmations to yourself. Write it down. Writing it down is key. And talk to yourself and write in your journal as if you've already begun to take on the identity of this new person you want to become. The next step would be to declutter your space. The environment of your old self just doesn't support your new self. For example, you might want to go through your closet and pull out some of the clothes that represents the old you. some of the clothes that don't even fit you anymore, or that you would never wear again, and you want to replace the clothing with just things that reflect the new you. You don't have to throw out everything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you just want to change as much as possible and get rid of the old possessions and clothing, maybe some home decor, things that represent the old you. You could pack them away and just replace them with some newer things that reflect the person that you want to become. Okay, the next step is to declutter your mind. Mental decluttering will help you get rid of what's burdensome to you and clear up your mind so you can more clearly see and create what's next. Letting go of worrisome regrets and thoughts will allow you to make room for new possibilities. It will allow you to reevaluate what's meaningful rather than what's habitual. So we need to mentally declutter so we can allow new possibilities to enter our minds. And we have to direct our attention to this new way of thinking. Some ideas for mental decluttering could be to sit quietly and just close your eyes and let your thoughts travel to the new you that you want to become. So envision it a little bit. You could also take a walk outside or take a walk in a park. Walking in nature is very beneficial to our brains, and it's very helpful for your mental health, your mental decluttering. So that would be a great idea. Okay, and this last step is to live your new life. Now it's going to take some time, but you want to take small steps every day to become the person that you want to be. You need to fully immerse yourself in this person. You want to actually become this person. And this is what I'm trying to do also. You have to use visualization to become the new you. You have to actually feel as if you're this new person. You have to act as if it's already true, that it's already happened. You also need to change your environment a bit so you can surround yourself with people that inspire you to become this new person. Act every day as if this new person has become you. Try to envision yourself as this new person, not your old you, but this new person who has a different personality, has different outlook. And when you go out into the world, try and imagine yourself as this new person. You could go somewhere where no one knows you and just try and take on the characteristics of this new person that you want to become. And little by little, I do believe it will help change you. I know it will help change you to become this new person. And it's going to take time. I realize it's going to take time for me, little bit each day, day by day, baby steps at first, to recreating your identity and reinventing yourself. And I know it will work. And lastly, don't be too hard on yourself. Speak to yourself as if you were talking to a close friend, and show yourself some compassion. Sure, you're going to have days that you're going to fall back into the old you. I mean, I think that's only normal and human nature, but, keep writing in your journal, keep envisioning yourself as this new person. And I know it will work, and I know it will work for me. So maybe I'll check back with you in a few months' time and see how it's going. I think that might be a good idea. And if you have ideas, or if you want to leave comments, I would love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if these steps have helped you. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.